What's up, y'all? I'm Nikki Elliott Nelson.
And I'm Mocha Pennington.
And welcome to Tea Time.
Cause the tea.
Now that's something we can tell you for free. Now, Mocha, what does our show have in common with the Men's Warehouse?
I do not know.
You're gonna like it here. We guarantee it. Speaking of liking it here, what was your overall general take on the Joseline's Cabaret, this new episode?
I really enjoyed it. I've been enjoying it more and more with each episode. I really like this one. And there was like a little bit of like bonding moments at the beginning that we'll get into.
Now y'all know the name of the game. Returning viewers, day one viewers, pink and green hearts down in the comments below. New folks, go ahead and give us a black heart. We just trying to see something. Y'all know how we do it over here on Tea Time. Let's just jump right into the mess. No, we're not jumping into the mess. No, we're going off book.
We got an Instagram account, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Follow us, honey.
What's the handle?
The Real Tea Time on IG. It'll be in the description box below, y'all. Give us a little follow.
We tried many other. Would you imagine the name Tea Time is in high demand?
Tea Time, it's Tea Time.
They took them all, so we took what we could get. So we the Real Tea Time.
Okay.
I don't know about all them other ones.
They're the fake hoes.
Exactly.
We the real bitches.
We the real ones over here. You know, that's just how we do. We're back at Area 29. You know what I'm saying? We come off of last week's episode. They're big talk about elimination.
Yes.
They done put themselves up for a vote. Joseline said, y'all gonna vote each other's off. So the girls are on the chopping block.
Now there's a four-way tie.
It's a four-way tie. Who's for? Rose, Isis, Kay, Hennesyy.
Now we all knew what it was about. You know what I'm saying? We all knew how everybody had got there. And it looks like they done sent my girl Kay home.
They did, honey.
She got the chop. But you know what? She took it like a pro. She took it like a G. You know what I'm saying? Like, big points to her for that. I'm real hot at this point because I want Isis to go home.
She was actually tolerable this episode.
We're going to get into that. We are going to get into that because out of nowhere, she got real tolerable. And I was like, hold on. You're changing my mind. See, now last week, you had a whole different thing going on. And this week, I'm like,
hold on. It's going to take a little bit more than one episode.
Yeah, we're going to have to see it. We're going to have to see it. Kay is annoying, but ain't nothing worse than a pretty girl who doesn't understand that if you play it right, all you need is to be pretty and be polite. So Isis is mismanaging her power. That's power mismanagement, and that can't be tolerated. So I wanted Isis to go home.
I did too. I wanted Isis to go home or the two new girls to go home.
Now Joseline is looking for a new house mom. I don't know why. Raven did a real good job.
She did. She was so far.
But maybe she's gonna rotate it out. I don't know. But you know, my girl Drea can never make me hate Drea.
I don't have a house mom.
I want to volunteer as house mommy because I brought extra dance clothes, I brought tampons, weed, all that good stuff. I feel like I could do it.
My girl Drea stepped up like a big one. She was like, I want to be house mom. And you know, Joseline lets her do it.
I got extra tampons, extra wigs and clothing, honey.
Everything you need. She's a one-stop shop. Joseline does warn the girl. She says, you know, eat your Wheaties. So we're back at the house now, and it sounds like the girls have actually been practicing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cut to a scene where Envy is talking, or Queen Envy, because there's a difference.
There is.
There's a big difference, and we're going to discuss that.
There's a lot of envies in the house, apparently.
There's a lot of envies in the house, and there's a difference between one and the other, I'll tell you that.
Honey.
Queen Envy and Chinks are having a conversation in between practicing, and one thing that I will say about Chinks is, in one way or another, kind of winning me over a little bit.
I kind of feel like the whole situation with Kay, she wasn't really given a chance. It just wasn't necessary.
I mean, I really didn't have like an issue with her. But this episode and last one, I was like, you know what? I like her. Yeah. I like her a little bit more.
She was saying, you know, basically what she's been saying the whole time, it's not that big of a deal while y'all are running up against Kay.
It really isn't, honey. But I guess you put a lot of people in the house. Do they even have televisions and phones? I'm not for sure.
No, I don't think they do. I think that's like a reality TV show staple. We need y'all as bored as possible with as much liquor as you can get.
The baddies get their phones and everything. They go posting lives and they're doing TikToks and all that. So I don't know if it's the same thing in Joseline's Cabaret.
Right. I have my feelings about Kay, but I do admire how Chinks is like stepping in and standing up and doing what she has to do.
She wasn't even like that bad of a dancer whenever they're all dancing and stuff. I believe that she said that.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she did proper. I saw the rest of the girls and she wasn't no worse than the rest of them.
Miss Ocean's, honey.
Now, Now, why you gotta bring Oceans into
But
it?
she said that she can like dance, like stripper dance, and she doesn't know how to do like TikTok dance.
Okay. All right. And who else strolls in but Isis and Erica Envy is, I believe, this one's name. Erica Envy. And basically, Erica starts explaining like why she doesn't like Kay or why she doesn't mess with Kay.
So it's the next day. We decide we're gonna go to the kitchen and chit chat, and we run into none other than Envy and Chinks. What was y'all saying about elimination?
I feel like it wasn't her time to go, to be honest. She was actually knowing the dance steps, so like if we're talking about her dancing, I felt like she wasn't given a chance. I knew her for that one day. I'm not gonna make it seem like we was best of friends.
Yeah. Are you guys really that close, or what is your situation? Because you clearly had a problem with the fact that I fought her.
She was going back and forth. We was doing the eliminations the first night, going back and forth with both me and Envy. And she had said something about we're picking on her because she's pretty. And I'm like, yo, what? Like, I felt some type of way about it because I feel like I'm a pretty ass bitch.
And her explanation, I wasn't really feeling it. Basically, oh, she didn't like the way that, you know, Kay said that she was the prettiest one in the house and yada, 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 yada.
Oh, it's just like, girl, you can't be serious.
Yeah, this is
That's
weak.
the issue. Like, that's like literally your issue.
Right.
There's no undertones or anything, honey. Your issue is that apparently Kay believes she's the prettiest one in the house.
Erica Envy, aesthetically, is a very pretty girl.
Yeah.
So this is poor ego management and can't be tolerated. Because, like, what are you doing? What do you mean you're mad at another girl because she thinks she's the hottest thing going? Like, ain't you supposed to? Like,
I mean,
what? How is it supposed to work? I don't get it.
You can't do it around Erica Envy, apparently, honey. She doesn't like it.
And plus, Erica Envy has been after Kay since, like, day 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, Erica Envy has been on Kay's head since day 2.
Because I guess she thinks she's like the weakest one in that. Which I don't like people like that, honey. Go for the weakest person.
I don't like people who go after the weakest person either. Just like, now, if the weakest person happens to be like, sometimes the weakest person happens to be like sneaky, or they happen to be like two-faced, or they know that they can't bring it to you to your face, so they do a bunch of like devious shit behind your back. See, that'll get you popped too. But if they happen to be a weak person and they're just like their own, like their fatal flaw is that they're flawed and they're a little weak, I hold space for that. Like, that's fine. Yeah. But just don't be no sneaky one either. Now, she did have a few moments where she should have, like, girl, shut up. You should have just sat back. You should have sat there and ate your food. Can we let people mess up just once or twice? You know what I'm saying?
Everyone does, yeah.
Queen Envy also needs to step it up because I feel like Joseline is on that head just a little bit. Joseline did say that Queen Envy could dance. She did, but like in the last episode, she was on that head.
Yeah, she said she could dance. She just didn't like the way she was dancing.
I guess. I think she said she was a little sloppy. Okay, yeah. So we cut to Lexi, Oceans, Danny, and Dez. I'll never look at Dez the same.
I just can't anymore, honey.
I can't. Ever since she jumped on that girl, wasn't no reason to do all that. They're practicing in the living room, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's practicing, because I guess they got the idea that this got a little serious. And my girl Danny is like, I want some of these girls to go home.
I'm looking at these hoes dancing. I'm like, I want these hoes to go home. I can't catch the chemistry. Am I the problem?
Heard, felt, and seen, baby boo. Because you know how hard it gets week after week trying to remember these girls' names? Jocelyn, can you send some of these broads home?
How many she sent home so far? 2.
She sent home 2. And the rest of them are still
there.
I feel like by the time I remember some of their names and I actually get around to liking a few of them, I think there's some exceptions. I don't ever see Jayla coming out of the corner. I don't ever see myself liking her very much. I don't see myself liking Dez very much just for that. And I don't see myself liking Queen Envy very much. Not Queen Envy. Queen Envy, cool. Erica Envy. I'm not gonna probably see it for them.
I can't see myself like
They're gonna have to do some real magic. Oceans gets to explaining while she was crying at elimination.
But guys, I worked just really hard to be here, and it's not even just for here. I really want to go on tour with Joseline. Fuck the 50K at this point. But you know, when I came in here with that big shit and be the best dancer. And this season, Joseline got a lot of beautiful girls, a lot of talented girls. So it was kind of like an eye-opener, like I'm in a real competition.
We get it, babes. You can't dance.
Yeah, she said, you know, I'm sensitive.
You should have been a boxer. You should have been $1 Million Baby.
Yeah, she was doing well.
Joseline creeps up and asks Drea, why she and
Well,
Lexi...
Dre came in the room with her. Whenever I saw Joseline, the way she was walking in that room, I was like, oh no, honey, something's about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Because she walked in like, honey, no nonsense. Like, what's going on? I was like, oh,
Yeah,
honey, what's
wasn't-
happening? And Drea was right there with her.
Joseline creeps in and asks Drea why she and Lexi's name is coming up in conversations, because apparently there's some talk, like there's been some cross-table talk outside of the cabaret with some men that are in the dance scene, and she's wondering how the business is coming up.
I got a phone call. Somebody told me what happened to my lip. This is not something to flex. I'm not going to be calling people up. Oh, what happened to my lip? What happened to my lip? And somebody called me up and said, Andraya, what's going on? Why are you fighting? I said, how do you know I'm fighting? And they were like, Chris told me. As soon as I said that, all I thought was about 29 girls. Somebody in the house must have called them after eliminations. And at first, in my mind, I thought it was either you or Chinks. But then it registered to me that we brought 2 other girls in the house who have possibly worked at 29. So,
bitch, you put my name in the house. I don't have nobody's number outside this motherfucking house.
Yeah, like how do they know that you got hit, and how did they know that who's went home and who's still here? Like, what's going on, honey?
Nobody's admitting to anything. Lexi and Chinks worked there, so maybe they knew somebody. And then Hennesyy had worked up there, or was it Rose? It was Rose or Hennesyy. One of them had worked up there. Them's the only people I knew. Everybody denying it. Got my girl Drea out here looking crazy.
Yeah, Justin's
looking like
like,
a
you know
liar.
you're looking crazy right now. She was like, and that's fine, I'll look crazy. I know I ain't lying.
Drea done posted over on the X from Lexi's Instagram, I guess a live or a live footage or something. Lexi sitting there posted with the man that apparently Joseline heard the tea from. So that leads me to believe that Lexi was sitting here playing crazy, acting like she didn't tell that man the business,
And
knowing
she
full well
did.
she did.
She did, honey.
Now listen, don't hate me. It's just the news and the weather. Look, all we can do is report what we had saw.
Apparently the nightclub, Drea, on her Instagram, apparently the nightclub don't pay their bartenders and strippers too well, honey. They're having like a class action lawsuit going on. And the owners of Area 29, they've been trying to get on Zeus for a very long time. I feel like they're trying to stir up some drama, honey, so Zeus can be interested.
Oh. Joseline had every right to be a little bit concerned, because it's just like, what goes on in this house shouldn't really be leaving this house.
Honey,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn house.
what are we doing? Diamond hits me again with the line.
At the end of the day,
Whoever's lying needs to get beat the fuck up.
yeah, I'm not lying.
Whoever lying need to get beat up. Because why y'all got us in this living room wasting our time? I'm not even in this storyline.
Diamond always wants people to get beat up. Last episode.
Let's just hop to it. Diamond said, hey, let's not play no games. I'm a love Raven every time she pops up on screen, and that's for here, now, and forever, and for eternity. Joseline then hits us with like a curveball, because apparently Joseline's gonna take some of the girls to the studio with Ballistic to like, do a little debrief and do a little talkie, while the other girls stay at home and practice the dance routine. And so she hit me with a little curveball, Joseline did, because she picked, was it Rose? And then she picked Oceans. And then she picked Oceans.
It's like, I think you're gorgeous, honey. So I want you to come over here and be on my team.
Also, you make a good heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, enforcer. You're going to take a bullet from her like that. And then she brings back Kay.
Hi, bitches.
She does. She's like, I got a surprise for y'all. Like, hold on, y'all. And she like left the room and she brought Kay back. Kay was just like, or Joseline was like, this is my show. And I wasn't ready for you to go home. I like your energy. I think you're gorgeous. I want you to stay. And it's like, well, honey, it is Joseline's Cabaret after all. So she brought her back. And she was like, you know what though, girl? I want you to ride up in there on this little tricycle.
Now, y'all know Jigsaw from Saw.
Well,
he popped up on a little tricycle.
Honey, the girls were sick, couldn't stand it.
Yeah, Isis' reaction was priceless.
Okay, shawty. Okay, you owned up to your name. Okay. What are you doing back?
That Kay is good for a joke. So then we cut to the three girls, Oceans, Rose, and Kay, being in the Sprinter. Because they're about to go get some nice quality alone time with Joseline and Ballistic while the other girls stay at the house and, you know, sweat it out. Now, they start having like a little intimate talk. They start talking in detail a little bit, you know. And Oceans, for some reason, is confused that the other girls weren't like happy for her.
I just thought it was kind of like awkward because like when they announced that, you know, we were going to the studio with Joseline, there was no sort of clap, there was no sort of congratulations at all. It just kind of felt like really tense and like you could fucking cut that shit.
It was the ill face.
And I just like, I wonder, what did she think this was?
Honey, no one's gonna be happy that you get to spend quality time with Joseline. It's a competition, girl. So
Like,
no one's gonna be happy.
Did you think this was like, I don't know, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? You are on Joseline's Cabaret.
Once you're on tour, honey, then people will probably be a little bit more supportive.
To your face,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah.
Now, Oceans starts bad-mouthing Chinks in front of Kay, which I just think that is bad gossip management.
Like, whenever
and cannot
she
be
started
tolerated.
doing that, I was like, so this is going to be the moment. With Kay's, what she says, I was like, this is going to be my moment. If I do
Kay,
like her.
or you don't.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's why I fuck with you. Because you always know. I was like, this is going to be the moment. Is Kay going to be like, is she gonna stand up for Chinks the way Chinks been standing up for her, or is she not?
So like for me, like it's just about who really wants it the most, and I don't think Chinks is really trying too hard right now.
We were talking about who didn't deserve to be there, who didn't look like they wanted to be there, and Ocean brings up Chinks. I felt kind of weird, just like, why are you talking about somebody who you know I'm cool with? I like Chinks.
Hey, why you talking about my girl like that? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay.
I like that, okay.
But on Ocean's part, this is bad gossip management and shouldn't be tolerated. Like, I'm gonna need y'all girls to show some better discernment at this point. What is going on?
Yeah.
Back at the house, the girls are practicing, sweating it all away.
Ricardo.
With Ricardo. Danny, once again, cracking me. She's so funny to me. She will never not be hilarious.
Yeah, I enjoy watching her. And if she's on the screen, I was like, okay, honey. Thank you for a little
levity.
A little break from the fist.
Jayla pops up. I forgot she was there, and I kind of wish that she wasn't. A lot of the girls are saying, like, I like learning from Ricardo. Nobody has a bad thing to say about Ricardo, which I find refreshing.
They tried to practice on no shoes on. He was like, no, put your shoes on, y'all. We about to be on stage.
Right. It's like, so where are your shoes? Ladies, where are your shoes? Now, Joseline, back over at the studio, gonna ask Kay, Oceans, and Rose who was talking bad about her at the house. And y'all know Ocean's gonna sing like a bird.
Honey.
Ocean's gonna sing like a bird. But Ocean's didn't really name no names, though. Like, I don't remember her naming anyone specifically.
Yeah.
But she just said there was tension that you could cut with a knife. But remember, that tension to her was she felt like people didn't clap for her or give her any applause for her all-star moment, I guess. So. Also, over on Twitter, Danny said that Rose stole her glasses and wore them the entire episode. I feel like this is poor theft management and should not be tolerated.
That was in the confessionals?
Yeah. No. Over on, Danny posted and was like, yo.
I mean, was she wearing the glasses in the confessionals or around the house?
I have no idea.
Those are my glasses. What are you doing?
I have no
That's
idea.
crazy.
But you know, I hate a thief. I don't like a thief.
That's not even a good thief.
Kay did admit to that she wanted Erica to go home, but it made sense to me because, girl, you keep beating me up every 5 seconds. I want you to go home too.
I mean, Erica's just mad about, I don't know what the hell she's mad about, because she said that she, like, that is just so petty. I was like, girl, that's fine, girl. Go ahead and think you're the prettiest one, and then keep moving on. I
guess Rose wants Queen Envy to go home, which makes sense
because she
just beat you up.
She beat you up.
She beat you up, so that makes sense that you want her to go home.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Joseline just gave the girls some really good sound advice and was just like, take yourself seriously.
I want to really also give you guys good advice. Look, if you want to be famous, if you want to be known for a dancer, if you want to be known and know, you know, people take you seriously, then take yourself seriously. And then really go for the gusto.
If you want to talk about somebody who really just got it out the mud, I will always respect that about her. You cannot take that away from her. That's just that on that. Why are these girls once again beefing on the Sprinter?
Wait, didn't you and Ocean fight?
Yeah, we did, and I kicked her ass.
You feel like
for real?
For real?
Damn.
You kicked her ass.
You fought my
bitch too, though.
I kicked her ass too. You sure?
Oh, you delusional.
I mean, we talked it through or whatever, but we ain't gonna.
So you ain't rerun it?
We ain't gonna do what? Y'all gonna do it.
We can always rerun it.
They put something in that sprinter, y'all, because every time
Something in the air. They spray something in the air, honey.
What are y'all, Zeus? What are y'all spraying in the air in the sprinter? Because every time these girls get in that bad boy, it seems like they can't help but be ready to nuck if you buck. So, wait, let me see. Do I have anything pertinent to say before that? Oh, yeah. Very next on the thing. First off, Danny, like a real one, says she was proud of Oceans.
The ladies that went with Joseline to the studio tonight, I'm proud of Ocean. Ocean worked really hard to get there. Who else was there?
Who else came?
Rose, that's your man's. I wasn't too much
She
around
my
her.
man's, but I don't give a fuck. I'm supposed to be there.
I don't know what she. So you would fight your friend for your spot?
For my spot.
So you gonna tell her that when we get there?
She really my bitch though, but I ain't gonna lie. I really my spot though.
You said ain't no bitch right now. So
Nah,
like, when
that's
we
always
get
my
there,
bitch, but it's a competition.
Danny said she was proud of Ocean. So there's the acknowledgement that Oceans was looking for. You didn't get it because he was off at your private retreat. But Danny, a real one, said she was proud of you. Now, very next up on the list, in Old English, I don't like Hennesyy.
We all looking at that bitch like, what? Like, bitch, what?
I don't like her, y'all. I do not like Hennesyy. Because she was on that bus talking cash stuff about everything. She was talking stuff to Queen Envy. Like, oh, you didn't beat me up. Girl, what mirror do you do?
Honey, we saw the whole footage.
I was there, honey. I was there. I saw it. With my own two.
Her and Oceans are passing you along.
Passing you around,
and
baby.
Your friends.
You and your little friend. You got it handed to you. So why are you trying to lie?
Yeah.
The lie detector just determined that was a lie. You ain't got the truth in you. So first of all, she said Queen Envy didn't hand it to her. You know, and Queen Envy didn't take the bait. She minded her own business. She was like, okay, whatever. Cool, fine.
Like I did,
Then,
but whatever.
she sat there and talked bad about Rose. Now remember, Rose's supposed to be her little homie.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh, I don't like her.
Yeah.
What she was saying, like she would fight her or something. I forget what she said word for word.
She said something like she would fight her, but also because Rose took her spot at the little private retreat or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's jealousy. That's bad friendship management and shouldn't be tolerated.
So I don't know if they're like this friends because like the new girls in the house or they've been friends like outside of the house because didn't they both work at that strip club? Area 29?
I don't know, but if they're friends outside of the house, Rose needs to consider who she calls a friend.
Honey.
And cut her loose quickly. Jayla's about to snitch, which might be the one thing that I like that Jayla's done. She's like, oh, Hennesyy gonna talk bad about Rose? I'm about to go tell Rose.
I ain't gonna lie, the little Hennesyy situation, the bitch kind of put a damp in my mood. Cause bitch, why the fuck did you even say some fake ass shit like this and we're going to a team bonding activity? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch?
She did.
All is fair.
She did.
All is fair in love and war.
Because they're about to go to they're on the sprinter to go to a little workout place.
Area to the little ninja workout place. Yeah. Because they gotta do the obstacle course to decide, I guess, who gets eliminated or whatnot. So they get there, it's a ninja obstacle course. They gotta do the crazy jumping on stuff and going through tubes.
Danny was like, I was a ninja before I started selling pee, y'all.
It's a ninja gym. I told you guys I used to be a ninja before I was selling this pussy.
So, no, not urine, but
Yeah, the pig.
Coño.
And the first thing that we see when they show up is Dez falling.
My trainer's gonna be so disappointed if I don't make at least one. Okay. Put it up.
I can't lie, a little bit of my heart smiled when she fell. I was like, good for you. Good for you.
Some of them
You
did
deserve
really
it.
well. I just can't remember their name. Well, of course, like Danny did well, but
Danny did well. I thought Andraya was doing well.
Yes.
I thought Raven held her own. She fell a few. Shut up. I like Raven. I thought she held her own.
Queen Envy did well.
You lying.
But she knew. She told him like, y'all.
She's
I ain't
like,
gonna be too good at this.
yeah.
But I'm gonna try. I ain't gonna be too good at it.
All you could do is try. I did. Who was this? I think it was Lexi that was like, if you doing your best and you trying your hardest. Who said that? You know what? It was actually Isis who said that.
Of course, there's stronger dancers and there's weaker dancers. Just as long as these girls is trying. As long as you're trying, you're doing good in my book.
Isis was like, if you're doing the best that you can do, then you're doing a good job.
Joseline was around.
No, she didn't say that because Joseline was around. Like, here's the thing. Like, somehow, and I don't know, it might have been connected to, like, her, like, grasping for control or feeling really out of her element. Like, some people, when they feel out of control, they will behave poorly because that is something that they can't control. And it seems like the more Isis starts to settle into her environment, the less wretched she becomes.
Well, I mean, I hope she keeps it up, because I liked her on this episode, but like I still don't like her, but on this episode I did like her. So hopefully it keeps up and she doesn't.
In this episode, we'll say it like this. Some of her inside started to match her outside. Because did you see the scene where she didn't have no makeup on? I was like, you pretty fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to edit that out. You pretty girl. Isis is a bad chick.
That's like Andraya. I never dated on no makeup on or anything, honey. She's still. I personally think Andraya is like gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, I look at her little Instagram. I just like looking at her. I think she's so pretty.
Yeah. I think Dre, and you know, I'm a day one Danny fan. Like, I will never know. You know, ever since I saw Danny.
She had a glow up from like.
Did she really?
Oh yeah. Honey.
Well, all I know is
that cabaret money, honey.
All I know is the Danny I see now, and I'm just like, she's so pretty, and she's so fun. She's so goofy.
And I'm like, yo, why did I stop doing this to start stripping? And I remember, it was the money.
She reminds me of like the girls that like I would hang out with in school, because they just like, they were goofy, they were a good time, they had a good spirit, and they didn't really care what, like, they were never trying to be like
anything
cool.
That they're not.
Yeah, they were never trying to be anything that they're not. Like, all of y'all different opinions about what's lame and what's uncool and what's this and what that. Mine is, anybody who's trying to be something that they're not, you're immediately uncool to me. If you're just being like your genuine, authentic self, I'ma always ride with you. And Danny gives me like very like genuine, authentic.
Yeah.
She's not being anything other than her, and I like it. I'm always going to. Isis is killing this little course. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, I figured that she was going to.
Yeah, Isis is killing it. Did I say I thought Ocean said the N-word there for a second?
When? Oh, when it said ninja?
Yeah, I was like, now, the Oceans, I was in my head, I was like, you want to be careful with that N-word. You saw what happened to Mariah Lynn.
So be careful. That's some great shit.
Be very mindful. Be very demure about the entire thing. Now,
who like brought that into?
I won't be able to remember their name. But it's like a TikTok creator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
People keep saying that.
Do you remember for that 2-week period where like everything was mindful and demure? I was gonna mindfully knock my own head off. Moral of the story is, folks, ain't nobody go home at the end of this episode.
They didn't.
No.
They brought Kay back. They're doing eliminations next. Honey, next episode's gonna be crazy. There's a big fight at that damn ninja place.
Yeah.
A big fight.
Actually, there's a couple fights. There's a couple fights, but I feel like they were all fights that needed to happen, or like they were about to be needing to happen, because like, you know, Kay and Queen Envy, or Envy Erica, I'm sorry, Envy Erica. I am Queen Envy, if you ever see this, I am so sorry to get you confused with that horrible human being.
You know, Chinks
so
went on her Instagram. I forgot. I should have said this earlier, but whatever. Chinks got on her damn Instagram, and she was like, "You calling Kay Jigsaw, honey, but you look like the Purge mask."
Oh.
I was like, okay.
I'm excited for the reunion.
Because it will be your first reunion.
It'll be my first ever Zeus reunion. I'm
so
happy for it. Joseline's Cabaret airs tonight. Right after this, we strategically film these and put these out in such a way where you can catch up with us and then head over to the Zeus app. It costs $6 a month, y'all.
$6.99.
$6.99.
I don't think there's any taxes on the either, so it's literally $6.99.
Look at that, tax free. Download the app, catch up. It's a good time.
It is.
You're gonna like it there,
Guilty
just like you like it here.
Guilty pleasure.
Guilty. You know what? I wouldn't even call it a guilty pleasure. I would just say it's fun.
I mean,
I like it. I'd do it again. I'm so glad that I've done this.
Honey.
I am. Anyway, y'all, that's gonna be it for this one for us. Tune in to Joseline's Cabaret tonight on Zeus. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on IG. Follow us on X. Handles will be below. We love you guys so much. Peace.